Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Ends up going with the new group. Utah also making some changes. Laverne, he's checked in for Gobert. Alec Burks comes in for Hood, and it's Dante Exum in for Jared Bayless. So on the floor for Utah, the forwards are Hayward and Favors, Exum and Burks, their backcourt, and it's Laverne in at the center, filling out the middle. And he gets it to go. Laverne's got his second basket.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in
on the three-point line. A dream year behind the arc for this guy. He was the #1 three-point shooter in the league.
Well, we all know that Freak changed sides recently, but it's a challenge he's up to and wanted. It can be intimidating, you know, Clark, to join a new team, but I think he's okay with it.
Yeah, I think so, too. I mean, he knows there are going to be some rough spots and a bit of a learning curve. But eventually things smooth out, and Freak knows how to fit in with the team, and this roster definitely looks stronger with him on it.
And they'll keep possession. And Favors kicks to Burks. They set the pick. There's the feed to Laverne. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Burks dishes to Exum. Favors passes to Burks. Favors with a screen on Hardaway. Shot off the screen, and it's Favors that time on the assist by Burks.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
Freak. No good off the front iron.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Utah.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defense.
Here's Freak. Freak, he's in at the point. Gortat is out there with John Lewis.
Oh! Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. The Jazz shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. The first free throw is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay. They struggled a bit at the line earlier, but they found a nice comfort zone there now here in the second. They've been red hot from the strike.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Jazz leading by 13. Now Bayless. He's got 7. Rebound by the Trailblazers. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
You know, sometimes we talk about a defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, Greg, but that night they got up in their own heads, just got in their own way and couldn't get out of it.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And Freak throws it down.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in his game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
tipped away. It's stolen by Aminu. And now Portland on the break. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket.
Get up, fellas.
Shot off the pick. And it's good off the back rim and in. Bayless has got 4 this quarter.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
All right, I want everyone to give it up for your Blazer Dancers.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Hayward. He's coming off an excellent of about 20 points a game, 6 rebounds and 4 assists.
And the first half.
All right.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. For the Trailblazers, Lee's checked in for Lure. Freak comes in for McCollum. And Brooks subbed in for Damian Lillard. And Utah making a change here. And so in the game for the Jazz, Favors and Gobert are the shot-blocking duo inside. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's Exum. 6 to shoot. Burks kicks to Exum. Nice D from Freak.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
No good from outside. Utah trailing here. Exum kicks to Burks. And that comes off the assist by Exum.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Brooks the pass to Freak. Here's Lee. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's...
So for the Jazz, their last game, a win against the Suns.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Jazz.
Clark, the biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
You know, I thought both teams worked hard at both ends, but sky-high field goal percentage and pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Excellent effort tonight.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
Freak in at shooting guard. Jared Dudley out there with John Lure. Then it's David Lee. And it's Brooks in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. So it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, thank you. So why don't we take a look now at our Jordan Player of the Game? He knew he had this sort of game in him. but tonight he showed all the rest of us he could do it. Maybe this is the start of a bright new chapter for him. Kenny, your thoughts?
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
He came off the bench and torched him tonight. That's my torch sound, Ernie. I know it don't sound like a torch, but I know you feel the heat. I don't think the plan was for him to play as big as he did tonight. But once this kid hit the floor, it didn't take long for him to take over.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.